This is Hayley. She woke up this morning feeling like a complete bag of ass. And she looks that way too. But she got on with her morning routine the same way she always does. She half-heartedly does a yoga workout, even though she'd rather still be in bed. Feeds her beloved dog Donnie. And then it's time to strip down to her birthday suit, ready for a shower.
Sorry, what?
Oh, no, don't look down the lens.
You're not filming me in the shower.
Oh, come on, everyone does it. Just turn away from the camera.
No. Right, well, you're sort of ruining the illusion of this whole thing. What are you doing?
I'm just trying to get through my morning routine. I mean, you're the one that's loudly narrating everything I'm doing.
Right, okay. I'll just leave the room then, shall I?
As it turns out, Hayley is a prude.
Yeah, I heard that.
Now she's supposedly showered and ready for the day.
You know I showered.
She settles into her office chair, hoping for inspiration to magically strike. But Hayley is in a creative rut.
I'm overthinking how to start this because I feel like I just showed that and now I'm like, right, what do I jump straight into? Which feels really unnatural. But I actually just wanted to say that I am so grateful for all the support on that video I uploaded last week. Like I literally don't know if I will be able to explain or get across in words how much that support and your kindness meant to me. Like I just sat there reading the comments just in floods of tears. So I just wanted to say thank you, and also I want you to know that that means so much more than you maybe know. But it really opened my eyes to a lot of things. I think with social media and with everything I've been doing online, the reason I started it was because I have always wanted to get into acting and wanted to do comedy, and this was a place for me to learn and grow. And that was kind of the case for many years, but it slowly changed from being, you know, creating just because that was what the goal was, and it started to be about the community that was being built and everyone here. And I just really realised that that is the thing that brings me so much joy when I'm creating is you guys. It honestly, I don't know, it sounds kind of, I guess, like soppy and it's not soppy, it's just how I feel. Having that sense of community, like I always felt, and I imagine a lot of people felt like this, but growing up I didn't ever really feel like I like fully fit in anywhere. I remember people used to say I was weird, but not in a nice way. It was always that like, you're weird. And I always felt like a bit of an outsider and never really felt like there was a space for me. But this feels like a space for me, and it feels like a space for us, and it feels like somewhere that is a happy space. That's my long-winded way of just saying like I am so grateful, and I'm just so grateful also for you sticking around and for still being here. It means the world. Getting into the creative rut stuff, a few of you had mentioned The Artist's Way. So I'll show you, it's the book by Julia Cameron. I actually started this, I think last year or the year before, and I stopped at week 10, which is 2 weeks away from the finish line. But when I was doing it, that's when I had the idea for the support group, which is the underwear series I have that, you know, turned into the sock drawer, the bathroom cabinet. That all stemmed from doing The Artist's Way. And I was doing that when I was in like a really little creative rut. I was like, oh, okay, what can I do that's different from the Vagina Hotel and Me versus Brain and all the body parts? And then on one of the weeks, and I don't remember what week it was, I suddenly was like, oh, this idea came to me, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna do something with it. So I thought what I would do is document me doing The Artist's Way, and maybe you can join in too if you want to keep accountable with me. The thing I actually found really hard about this was the artist. So there's two things that you do week on week. One of them is you do morning pages, and you do that every single day, and it's 3 pages written by hand. And then the other thing is once a week you do an artist's date, which is when you take yourself out for a date on your own, doing something that brings you joy, just feels like fun for you, and you have to do it on your own. You can't do it with anyone, but I'm going to bring you with me. Technically that's not the rules, but also technically I think it's okay, I hope. When I did this before, I felt more inspired. I feel like I was doing more fun things and getting out there and more, and I think that's something that I'm really bad at, and I think a lot of us are really bad at, is like getting outside and existing. I don't know, I feel like that sounds a bit deep, but I sometimes feel like I stay in my comfort zone too much. I'm someone that's not afraid of putting a sleeping bag on and pretending to be a penis on the internet, but I am someone who's afraid of getting out there and doing things. Like, for example, there's been many work trips that I've been able to go on, and they've been in different cities, different countries. And when we have that free time on our own, there's been so many occasions, and I regret this so much, there's been so many occasions where I will feel confined to my hotel room because I have this fear or something that I can't explain that stops me from getting out there and just living and being carefree and not worrying what anyone else is thinking, and just like enjoying where I am, exploring and seeing what the world has to offer. And that, I just don't want to live that way anymore. I think I've got so in this bubble of comfort that I don't know, it's like I'm embarrassed, or like I just won't let myself be free. I don't want to be that way anymore. I want to be able to get myself out there, be more confident, and just not care so much about what other people might think of me, and just live and exist. Not just exist, sorry. That's the thing. It's the thing I'm trying not to do, is not just exist, but live. So as much as I hope the Artist Way will open up the creativity in me, I also really hope that it just helps me live a more full life and do the things that I want to do and not feel so confined and stuck and in this little bubble of comfort. I'm really looking forward to documenting it. I feel like for myself, I really want to be able to look back and see how the journey unfolded, whether things went the way they should have done or if they didn't. I think there's also going to be some hurdles for me to go over with filming in public, and yeah, that's something that I think is definitely going to be a bit of a muscle to build. Just want to feel more me again. And I'm also doing acupuncture at the moment, which is such a side note, but I feel like, I don't know if anyone has done acupuncture before. What an amazing experience that is. I realise I have so much grief just stored like here, and I think that's a lot of the reason I'm so creatively stuck, is that I haven't really processed everything that happened 5 years ago. I lost my dad to dementia, and there was, 5-6 years before that where he had dementia, and I was just in complete denial, handled it terribly, and I now have a lot of guilt for that. And I also have all of that unprocessed grief just sitting in my lungs and in my chest. And I'm really ready to just release all of that. And there have been many tears. I actually also, massive side note, we're really going on like a whirlwind here. I went on this wellness retreat in Ibiza this year, which I was very kindly invited on by a company called WellQuest Media. It was like the most life-changing thing I have ever done. Ever. It was like a big eye-opening experience for me for how much I'm also holding myself back in life, and how much grief I'm holding back, and just how afraid I am to exist, or to live, we should say. It was exactly what I needed in this moment in my life, and I think it's also what's sort of pushing me to get back out there and do the stuff that I love. So basically, I'm going to be documenting me coming back to myself, coming back to YouTube, and hopefully finding some creativity again. If you want to join on the Artist Way, please do. I'll be starting it next week. We'll be doing that for 12 weeks. So buckle up. And I should buckle up too, because I'm actually shitting myself. But we got to get out of our comfort zones, and we got to do things that scare us. Otherwise, we never grow, we never learn. And bananas don't ripen that way. And we always want the banana to be ripe.